wide shut, but they know. Buried alive by the lies in they soul. They stride of a blind man's stroll. But for whom does the next bell toll? I'm too many years in the zone. Too many years to have built what I own. And many dumb fools try to take what I've grown. But these roots go deep and you can't blood a stone. So if you wanna push, I'ma shove. If you wanna spar, we can do it no gloves. And if you're gonna run at me, you better do it hard. Cause I fear no fall, no brawl, no scars. I'm 2 pounds shy of a bomb. I'm 1 shade short of alarm. I'm too past wrath that I'm calm. Got 2 last laughs in my palms. I'm 3 degrees west of a hurricane. 4-wheel drive with a ball and chain. My 5'7" is irrelevant. I'm 6'6". If you threaten my development, now see a wise man learns from your mistakes and lets the blunders of his brother serve to fill his plate. So best be on your way before the tidal wave breaks. Cause you don't wanna come to meet the reaper that awaits. Say no more than a mom you can't afford. And you don't wanna let this turn in the lines of mine and yours. And you don't wanna press your luck but to back up and withdraw. Cause trust me when I tell you, you don't want that tooth and claw. And you don't wanna see inside a mind of savage kind. And you don't want that recognition of, oh, there goes that guy. But if you do decide that you were gonna play that hand and try, just think before you act because your actions go around.
Ladies are going to do. Alright, 3,
Never.
2, 1, we are recording.
Cowabunga.
Rabbits launched by a catapult on top of a roof.
That was weak.
Yeah, I know. Fucking hell.
Weak. Try again. Alright, so, welcome to official episode 2, I believe. So we are
Yay!
out of the session zeros. So we had a session 0, a 0.5, a session 1, and we are now at session 2 with people. So we are no longer just have Frost and Red. Cyber and Aurelian, would you mind introducing yourselves and saying hello?
Hello.
Hello.
So, but otherwise, we are good to go. Short little recap because we already did it off of recording. You guys are at the city of Enoughchild. You are in an unnamed inn, which we decided to name during last week. Well, after we were done with the episode, we have decided to name it the STFU Dad Inn in the wonderful city of Enoughchild. So you can guess where these knuckleheads went with that. Otherwise, you guys all went up to the presidential suite after one of your party managed to sleep spell the drunkard that was trying to take the presidential suite. The angel got offered the directions to the whorehouse after the barkeep misheard him, and the barmaid Greta went ahead and took you guys up there with food. And you guys had a long rest, so if you have not hit the long rest button, that would be advisable to do so now. With that being said, while you guys are doing that, a couple things are happening. It is night. It is roughly anywhere between midnight and 5 a.m. at this point. And we're going to go over a couple of the characters really quick. So, Falcor, the Dragonborn, the one with Mr. Andy, the bodiless head that is attached to your hip.
Mm-hmm.
You, my good sir, are fast asleep, laying on one of the beds in the presidential suite. And as you are laying there, you're not having a very good night. There is the sound of a whip, and you feel pain in your back and across your arm. And as this is going on, you hear the sound of leaves and drying grass. And then a voice hisses into your ear. And that's is for taking my book. You will not touch it again. Do you understand? This menacing voice that you recognize very clearly. There is no face. There is simply the pain and the darkness and the smell of fall. And as this goes on, you feel more cracks across your back, the pain shooting through you. Anger and frustration build until it all comes out as one violent outburst of energy, sending you careening into black and darkness. And then you hear a voice, a laughing one, taunting you, telling you that you will never be as powerful as such creatures, that you could never reach the potential that you wish for. And then you hear another voice making a deal with you as you sell parts of yourself and your soul to a being that, from what you understand, will help you become powerful, but at what cost? When you eventually wake up in the morning, you are drenched in sweat, or as much sweat as a Dragonborn can be drenched in, and have had a long rest, but it was not the most peaceful of ones.
Okay.
Let's see. Red.
Aye.
As you are asleep, you have about as peaceful as rest as the Dragonborn. You fall asleep relatively quickly after learning such things, and shortly after, you hear the clicking of a tongue. You open your eyes, and you are not in the presidential suite of Enough Child in the inn. You are in some astral plane, to the best of your knowledge. There is a man, roughly 6-7 feet tall, somewhere in there. As he stands there, oh hush, phone. As he stands there, he looks down upon you, curled up in the fetal position at his feet, and says to you, "So, have we learned?" Do you choose to answer him?
Sure. Um, I don't understand. You
Oh,
learn? Learned what?
What is there that you don't understand, child? What is?
Everything.
Then let me show you. And he holds out his hand to you.
And he won't take it.
Come, my child. I won't hurt you.
How can I trust you?
You can't. You, as if what you say is true, you don't know who I am, who you are, what you are, but I can show you. I can show
Give me-
you the world. I can show you what you're meant to be. And out of the dark figure, mind you, this thing is faceless, shapeless. It is simply a silhouette. A grin of white, sharpened teeth spreads across the entire lower half of what should be its face.
Oh shit. Hang on, let me roll it. I'm gonna roll a die here.
Roll a die.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Samael is going to turn his head away so he doesn't face this thing. So he's going to stick out his hand.
You feel cold darkness engulf your hand. You blink and you are above the earth. You blink again and you are above a battlefield. You blink again, you're standing in the battlefield. The sound of war rages around you. Blood squirts as men are cut down. There are screams of anger, screams of agony, screams of pain. And standing beside you is this creature. You, my child, are meant to solve this, to walk among the men, to bring them safely to me. The ones who wish nothing except to be free of the burden. You fight alongside them. You escort them to my gates. You make deals for souls. You give them power in times of weakness. That is what you are. And yet, for some reason, and he turns to face you and he looks down on you, you cannot grasp such things. Why must this lesson be so hard to teach? He reaches down with a hand and strokes the side of your head. To one so young, yet so powerful. You were created in my image. You are an extension of myself. For I am the missing, and you are my found. He takes a hand, comes back up, and puts a thumb in between your eyes on your forehead. There's a flash of pain as memories light up, you standing side by side, shoulder to shoulder with other creatures similar to you, cutting down waves of demons, cutting down waves of men, cutting down waves of something too gory and blackened that even your memory can't bring itself to recall them fully, other than the darkness and the screams of agony and terror of the people around you as they were cut down by claw and tooth and nail. You blink, and you are back. You are sitting curled in the fetal position in the presidential suite as the sun rises above the city, shining upon you, one of the first to wake.
He's going to hug the ducky a little bit harder. He's going to try to forget.
Fair enough. All right, and lastly, Frost.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you also have an interesting dream this evening. As you fall asleep, something comes to you. A man. No, not a man. A monkey. Maybe. A monkey man? Something with a mask. As it hangs by a tail upside down from what you can only assume is a tree. No. Maybe not a tree. A rock? No, it can't possibly be a rock. They don't grow in such formations. It smiles at you from underneath the mask. A glowing set of yellow eyes. As it looks at you, upside down. You I know you. You take after me. What are you doing with my symbol?
Well, I have found it.
Ah, but you did not find it. You took it, did you not?
I borrowed without asking. That's something different.
It will work for now. I like you. You're smart and intelligent.
He does a little bow.
There is a gleam of malevolence in his eyes as what you can only assume is a patron of some dark and broken thing smiles at you. You will do good, my child. I have big plans for you. Now, I have something that you will want. But it requires a certain responsibility to be passed upon to you, if you do not mind.
He kind of looks, with one eyebrow up. And what would that be?
You see, I am trapped here in this void, if you will say. I need out. And you, well, you can travel to anywhere. All I need is to be brought to another plane. But the only way to do so is for me to be inside your head. And suddenly you are standing directly underneath of him as he taps you on the head. There was no movement. You just appeared there. Or maybe he appeared above you. You're not quite certain.
Mm-hmm.
You look up into the grinning face as it looks down on you. And he boops you across the nose. And with a smile says, "Do you accept?"
So, what is in it for me?
What do you want it to be in for you? I have unimaginable power. But it comes with a price. I need out of this plane. You can get me out of this plane. I can be set free upon the world. But you shall be given access to unimaginable abilities. After our deal is complete.
So no soul stealing, right?
No, no soul stealing.
Can I roll for deception?
Are you trying to deceive him?
No, sorry.
Perception.
Inside.
Oh, perception. Yeah, you can roll perception. Go ahead.
That's a 18.
One moment, please, while I bring up his thing. That is a You said it was an 18?
Yep.
Okay. He seems fairly honest, at least from what you can understand.
Fucking
doesn't-
D20 plus 20.
He
Are
doesn't
you serious?
he doesn't want to steal any more souls, at least not currently. Maybe in the future, depending on what's going on. There could be the possibility of such things, but at least not right now. But maybe. It depends on, how things go.
You are trying to deceive me, aren't you?
I would do no such things.
I must say, I'm a master of that craft. I can tell. You are not fully telling the truth.
Why, what sort of god would I
I
be if I
think.
told all the truth, eh? You said no? Yeah? You see, I understand you, Dazzler, better than you understand your own self.
No, you don't. I don't even know you.
Really?
Actually, maybe I do. And he takes out his smoking pipe and blows a few bubbles.
Then let me show you. And with a snap of the fingers, you are brought back to your childhood.
Mm-hmm.
You are standing, as you are, directly beside the creature, now not upside down, with his tail wrapped around your waist. As you and him look upon a memory of you trying to be funny, to bring the townsfolk together. One of the little boys, he sneaks up behind you. A stone is thrown as it cracks you in the back of the head. In the next one, you're in a castle, a king shouting from upon his chair, pointing at you, calling you a thief. The next one, as you're encaged inside of a dungeon, men and women scream around you. A large man, no, not a man, an orc, approaches you. A hot branding iron with a giant axe approaches you, aiming for your chest. Two other men hold you by the arms as you scream in pain as you are branded across the chest. You see, I know you better than you think. I have always been with you. I have always known who you are. And it just takes one bad day, and you slip over the edge. You shoot a bunch of children inside of a school. Nobody bats an eye. But you kill one little king, and everybody loses their mind. So you see,
I'm still planning to do that, by the way.
I know, and I can help you with such things. So, do you accept my proposal? Really, yes.
Not yet.
There is a momentary silence. Then what do I need to do to encourage you to take such a deal?
Sign up a contract and let me read it.
The contract is You free me from my prison, and I shall help you with such things. If you do not wish for such things to happen, then you are of no
But
use.
what is the cost?
The cost? The cost is you freeing me. That is all I am asking of you.
No, the cost on my part. You know, there's always two sides of a coin. You know that, I know that, and everyone who is, you know, more on the underworld side knows that.
You are more intelligent than I give you credit for. Fine. And he like shakes himself, and suddenly you see not just the shadow of a man, but of a creature now taking form. And there is a business suit, a trench coat, and a top hat. The tail still wrapped around your waist. And it seems to expand as he walks away. Like, still wrapped around you, holding you. He turns around and he looks at you and goes, You want the cost on your part? You free me from my prison. I give you the power to kill the king. Your side of things. If I so deem it, I shall take your soul. If you do not free me from this prison, and you leave me here to rot instead of going to another plane like I have asked you, I will take your soul. If you so happen to die before such times as you free me from my prison, I shall take your soul. You free me from my prison, I shall help you kill the king. You shall keep your soul. And all I ask in return is that you bring me others. Does that sound like a deal?
If you're talking about others, right? Are you talking about the corrupt higher ups and the nobles that only want to increase poverty around on the lower, you know, the lower of civilization, the poor and weak?
Yes.
Because if you mean that with others, then sure, I'll help you. But only if you mean those people. If you are gonna task me with people that don't deserve it, I'm not gonna do it. I'll tell you that right now. So you won't get angry at me if I do so.
The terms of your contract, for now, will stand as corruption. If I so deem a soul in need of coming to my realm, you shall be tasked to do so.
Then I shall be the soul bringer of the punished. Or soon to be punished.
Excellent. A contract and scroll appears from his coat. He whips it towards you, and it rolls all the way out to the end. It's about 10 feet-ish long. Lots of script everywhere. Too much to read in one sitting. And a quill appears next to you. An ink bottle. Sign, if we have a deal.
No reading?
I have discussed the contract with you to the extent of what I am willing to do.
No tiny letters? No deception?
I would never deceive you, my child.
Somehow I doubt that.
What's your plan,
He-
brother?
ta- he-
Do you sign or do you walk away?
He takes the scroll and sits down and starts reading.
As soon as you go to reach for the scroll instead of the inkwell, there is a snap, and the scroll sets itself on fire. Do you not understand? We shall convene at a later time when you are in more of a need of my assistance. Now be gone with you.
Fine. I will see you later then. Have a good one. And then he does a little bow. And he does a little bow while taking off his hat.
Oh, you shall see me later. Of that, I am certain. And with that, the tail actually spins you in place. And with a popping noise, you wake up.
Seems like I just dodged a fireball.
All right. You are all awake. You are all still in the presidential suite. What is everybody's plan?
I ask everybody how they slept.
I would rather not talk about it.
Why?
Bad dreams.
Okay, so
That's a coincidence. I had a weird dream as well, and some. Do you know who the Masked One is? The deity, the Masked One.
I don't, but Andy probably does. Andy, do you know anything?
The masked one, eh? Yeah, I know of him. Not the friendly guy.
He tried to give me a contract.
Oh, don't sign anything with that fucking Scheiße.
No. I didn't. When I wanted to try and read the contract first, he burned it.
That sounds like him, yeah. Hey, letting you know, if you want to sign the contract with somebody, I can always use another person, yeah?
I think I am good for now. I can handle myself.
Oh, you don't know what
Decently.
you're missing? You don't know what you're missing, isn't that right, Falcor?
I mean, he's not the greatest boss, but he's the one I got.
I am the best of bosses. And you
Yeah,
cannot
coming
say
from an
otherwise.
annoying head who can't shut the fuck up.
I will simply cast a fireball upon your feet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I kind of like this guy. I can't shut up either. So that's a thing in common.
I think you two would get along perfectly.
Oh yes, we sure as hell did.
There is a knock at your door, and a female's voice yells, "Oi! Food's ready! If you want to come down."
Ooh, food.
Yeah, we should probably go eat.
Wait, where's the elf?
I'm hiding.
Did you say you're hiding?
Everyone was so obnoxious last night, it was hard for me to sleep.
Ah.
Fair enough. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we all kind of had weird dreams.
Oh, it wasn't any of your faults. It was your visitors.
Wait, what do you mean?
The visitors.
Of course.
He takes a chair and sits down like across. Puts his leg over his other, and then puts his hands together. And he's like, interesting. I have time. Tell me.
There was different energy around all of you. So you all had visitors last night.
But no one was like physically here, right? Because if someone was physically here, we'd be in a lot more trouble than I think we are.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird.
No, but the energy was different.
I'd rather not think about that thing being here.
Yeah, I don't like that because my thing is pretty scary, and if he were to just be here, I need to get out of town.
Ooh, I kind of would like to see him come over here. I want to see what happens if Andy sees him. I think that yelling match could be quite entertaining.
Oh,
Yeah.
trust me, you don't want to see whatever he's bringing up from this little one's brain. You
Yeah, if Andy were to see my guy, I'm pretty sure the entire world would implode on itself.
Could you do that after I kill the king?
Well, I mean, if it imploded, we'd all be dead, including the king.
No, but I want to kill the king.
Fine, I guess I can wait.
Oh,
After that, I don't care.
speaking of your thing, something's here.
What do you mean something's here?
He his eyes kind of flick in the back of his head, and you see the entire head shudder. He goes, "It's weak, but it's here or been here. The devastation you saw last night." Which, by the way, since you weren't here, as you walked into the city, a good chunk of the city is very destroyed. If you take a look at the map in the maps page, anything that's marked with a 7 or an 8 is the damaged portions of the city that something destroyed, and it is broken.
Can I roll perception?
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
God damn it.
Do I want to know?
I rolled a 4.
You know what? I'll let that be. There is definitely a energy that was not here last night that is around you that you recognize. It is dark.
Oh, great.
So, just to backpedal a little bit. As soon as Andy says something's here, Eurelius jumps up and kind of, literally jumps up and kind of squats on top of the chair, just looking around.
Are we going to stay here?
That's up to you guys, but if it were up to me, with what I think is here with us, we should probably get out sooner rather than later.
I'd rather not stay here, to be honest.
Probably leave.
Hmm.
Well, shall we eat then? And he jumps out off the chair and stands up.
We should probably eat to get our energy, and then we should get out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah, Tamael is just going to follow you guys if you are going downstairs. He still seems very much unsettled by his nights.
So, you guys are going downstairs then?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys go downstairs. Greta meets you at the bottom of the stairs. And very cheerily, she asks, "How did everybody sleep, yeah?"
I turn and put a fake smile on my face and say, "Sleep was amazing."
Wonderful, wonderful. That is what we like to hear. So, just so everyone's aware, Greta, if none of you remember, is a female human, a little bit on the like thicker side. And she's pretty well built, very muscular. Not what you would expect from a barmaid, but nonetheless, she seems very pleasant.
Greta, can I ask a question?
Why, of course, child. How may I be of assistance?
Have you noticed anyone who's not from around here that came into town after us?
Oh, this town is full of traveling people, my dearest. There's many. Why, over there, there's guards. And you look over, and there is actually Ospex military personnel that are sitting and drinking food, or drinking food, Jesus, drinking ale and eating food. They came in this morning. They said they're looking for a crashed airship. Oh, and do happen to one of you be Felcor by chance?
Nope, have no clue who that idiot is.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
Aren't you?
It's okay.
You really kind of elbows him in the side.
No, what did you do that for?
Greta looks at Tamael and goes, "Are you saying the Dragonborn is Felcor?"
I said nothing. Did you say something?
Can I roll for deception?
Sure, go ahead and roll for deception.
What, do I need to roll for deception as well? Since
19.
I'm lying?
19. Alright, hold on, let me see here. You said it was a 19?
Yeah, total 19.
Let's hope we're riding on your number then.
She doesn't seem... She's not gonna make a deal of it, but she definitely doesn't fully believe you.
That's fine, just as long as she doesn't make a big deal about it.
Well, if you happen to stumble across somebody in your travels today through the town, if you could let them know that there is a letter waiting for them here, it would be of wonderful service to us.
This Falcor person, that's who the letter's for?
Yes, it is.
Okay, if we bump into him, we'll pass the message along.
That would be lovely, my dear. Thank you. Bye for your food, by the way. And she does a curtsy to you and points over to a large table set up with a bunch of breakfast cakes and things like that for you guys to have for breakfast.
Thank you, miss.
Of course, my
And he's
child. And she
go to-
pats you on the head again.
Still not very comfortable with that. He's going to head on over to the table and sit in the corner.
All right, so you guys sit down. I'm assuming you guys are eating and drinking and so on and getting ready for the
Yes.
day.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, the Merlin in the background.
That one's Molly.
Ah, okay. So you guys go.
Nothing. Not up and later.
You guys are eating and drinking and so on, and as you guys are doing so, one of the Kerr guards stands up and makes his way.
Kerr.
Her?
Sorry, not
What?
Kerr. Not Kerr.
I was
not
about to
Kerr.
say.
Thank you.
Ospex.
Oh, hold up.
Sorry, my brain. I've got a bunch of notes open, and I read Kerr, and I didn't mean to. So
I understand. I just needed to know if I had to get violent.
nope, all good.
I was about to say to pull a dagger out of my boot.
So one of the Ospex guards stands up and he approaches a couple of the different tables in the area, and he seems like he's asking questions and so on to some of the people. He walks up to the barmaid and to Greta, and then she points over to your table, and he walks over, and his heavy armor clanks as he walks up, and he looks over at you, and he goes, puts two fists on the table, says, "None of you happen to know about a crashed airship in the area, do you?"
I mean, we heard some rumblings about it, but we don't
I
really know
saw a-
anything.
I saw a big ball of fire in the sky.
Big ball of fire in the sky.
How do ships float in the air?
He's not serious,
Actually,
right?
yeah, I want to know as well.
From what you guys saw, the ship has a large crystal in the center of the ship that goes from like the top deck to just towards the bottom of the ship. And that crystal appears to be what makes it float. If that crystal is damaged, it can still float, but its speed and agility is reduced. And if that crystal is broke or shattered, then the ship falls from the sky.
So a big ball of fire doesn't make any sense.
Not really, but he doesn't seem to be questioning it because he's not really, he thinks you guys are adventurers or maybe citizens of the town. He doesn't really know. Maybe a bunch of friends getting together for a breakfast at the inn, something like that. Well, if any of you happen to hear anything else, we'll be in town for next couple hours. We're looking for some conscripts that were brought down the other day. They're requested at the fort, and we were told that their ship never arrived. We received a raven. So, if you happen to see them, that would be wonderful. Or if you hear anything, that would be fantastic if you could let us know.
Actually, 1 second.
What are they like?
He reads you a description of the conscripts, and as he's reading you the description of the conscripts, he looks up at all of you and is like, an elf, a half-elf, a dragonborn, a human. But then he looks over at you, Tamael, and he's like, you don't match any of the descriptions. Hey, buddy.
I've heard I don't look a lot like people, so that's okay. I'm sorry.
He seems taken aback, but not really. Like, he kind of just brushes you off. He goes, you seem very similar to descriptions. Are you sure you're not conscripts? You didn't sign the paperwork?
So Greta said you were looking for somebody.
Yes. I just told you who I'm looking for, yes?
No, you had a letter or something.
Well, yes, because that is who we were looking for. I also have these names as well. A Goliath, another elf, and a human, but I don't see any of them around you. Okay, as you guys are looking at him, he seems interested in you, gentlemen and ladies. Not to the point of taking you by force, but definitely interested. Like, are they trying to get out of something, or like what's going on with them?
Can I pull the soldier aside and have a conversation with him?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so I ask him to step outside with me real quick.
I guess so. He kind of gets close to you, whispers, "Are these wanted criminals?"
No, nothing like that.
Okay, that makes sense. And he steps outside with you for a second, just outside the door.
Okay, so we were on that airship. I'll be honest with you. they kind of attacked us, and we got captured, and then we were running away, and I'm still very hazy about the entire situation. So, can you remind me what we were supposed to be doing?
Well, of course, you gentlemen and ladies were going from the cities to the northern part of the continent down. You were going to a fort that was just outside of the main capital city, and then you were supposed to help us retake the kingdom. You said your airship got shot down? How did that happen?
Yeah, we were attacked.
By Kerr?
Yeah.
I didn't realize they had airships this far into the country. This is good information to have. Do you have anything else?
No, that's all I can remember. I was hesitant to talk to you. I figured if I pulled you outside, at least if I killed you, I wouldn't make too big of a scene inside of the
Immediately,
tavern.
he reaches for his blade and goes, "Are you threatening a peacekeeper and warrior of
No. No. I wanted to make sure that you were who you said you were, because there are people who are not necessarily the biggest fan of me, and I just want to keep me and my friends safe.
He
So I wanted
pulls
to make
out
sure.
a stack of papers from the inside of his coat and starts flipping through them. What was your name again?
It's Falcor.
He starts looking through what look like wanted posters. Falcor.
Does he come across?
He does not. Actually,
Okay.
does he? I don't know the entirety of your backstory. Does he?
No, I sent you my backstory.
No, Falcor's.
Oh.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
No, because
No, I
in
come
my,
from
in,
a wealthy family of nobles.
because in
Okay.
my backstory, I am kind of wanted.
I was gonna say you're wanted.
So
So
that's what I'm asking. Does he?
part of what you were doing was to escape your crimes. So if you don't go with them, he might just take you in and, pawn you off to the highest bidder as a slave. But you don't know that. So he puts away the stack of paper and goes, "Okay, if you were on the ship and you got brought down by a Kerr ship, that's very valuable information to have. Why did you walk back this way?"
Well, we didn't know necessarily what to do, and we were just trying to escape our captors, and we figured hiding in a more populated area would be better than just sticking out in the middle of the woods.
Your reasoning is well played, Dragonborn. Alright. Then, if that is the case, we have an airship here that will be leaving in 24 hours. It is gathering more conscripts from the city that are signing up. Meet it there.
Where at in the city is it?
It is to the north part of the city. If you look at the map, it is marked as number 4. It is the airship
Okay.
tower.
Okay. Figured I should find that out, so that way we're not asking around where this airship is.
Yep. So he looks at you and he's like, "Meet it there in 24 hours. You are needed on the front line, soldier."
Sounds like a plan. What's the letter about, or should I just go and get it?
What letter?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay to you as well, my good sir. He gives you a questioning look. He's like, "Huh." And he turns around and walks back inside. The rest of the party, you see him walk back in and walk immediately to the table and start talking with a couple of his buddies.
I go back to the table and inform them everything we just talked about.
So, are we in trouble?
To my knowledge, no. He just told us to be at the airship in 24 hours. Now, if we don't show up, that's a different conversation, and I'm sure we'll be in trouble.
Wait, so he also told you to be at the front lines, right?
Yeah.
And he's going to share that?
Huh?
Uh, give me a second. Falcor is going
Falcor?
to share
Yeah.
that with the rest of the group?
Yeah, I'm gonna relay every bit of the conversation.
Oh.
So everything you guys listen to is what I told you.
The things that you heard that you didn't actually hear.
Yeah. That stuff.
Definitely not very okay with the idea of being at front line right now.
I mean, we don't have to go. There's nothing saying we have to. I mean, there is something saying we have to, but we don't have to.
We can also run. There is something I want to do. If we're going to this airship, something I have to get.
What would that be?
Yeah, a very. Do we have money?
I mean, I
Okay.
have 4 gold pieces.
Looks kinda at Aurelius, who was handling money the evening before.
He's kind of distracted. Oh, right. I have gathered a little bit of gear that we need to distribute amongst ourselves.
What
As you
kind of gear is?
as you guys are
Go ahead.
talking about this, the guard comes back up and he kind of looks at you and goes, "Where's all of your equipment?" He sees you. You guys are dressed in very simple clothing, just normal like outfits and stuff like that. That no armor or anything, other than if one of you guys put on armor from what you picked up. Which I don't remember if I gave you armor or not.
I don't think we did.
Okay.
No.
And he kind of looks at you and goes, "Hold on, I'll be right back." Walks back to the table, comes back, and he drops a bag. And he goes, "It's not much, but it's what we can give you. You are going to need more equipment than what you have on now. So, go find your local area and figure out where you can pick up some equipment that you're going to need. Because what you have on, isn't in the best of shape. Or, if you would like, you can wait until you get to the fort, but I don't know how much supplies they'll have there." And he walks away. Bag of gold has 200 in it, so 200 total gold.
Oh,
Sweet.
that's not a lot between 4 of us. If we do get armor
5.
and shit.
5.
Oh, 5, yeah, sorry, I forgot.
So do we want to split that evenly amongst us?
Seems fair enough.
50 apiece?
That's alright, if we're not counting the 5th character here.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Don't count Zep right now. I'll take care of her.
Okay.
Alright, gotcha.
In that case, and he takes the large backpack that he shoved all the gear in. Here's another 20 gold that I looted from the guards that tried to attack us, that we ambushed.
We're going to split that 5 ways as well. 4 ways.
Yeah, why not? So that's 55 each, I think. Gar,
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, one sec. Let me.
I still got gold from character creation. Is that still there?
Negative Ghost Rider.
Okay.
You said it was 220 total?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Divided by 4 gives 55 each.
Really need a calculator for that.
I'm just double checking math stuff.
Gotcha.
Also, did you see my message that I sent you? It looks off.
Let me.
Because when I got squashed between the tree and the guy, he did more than 20 damage. I should have been dead by then.
I did not change your health. Let me look.
Because it's different from what I had. That's for sure.
I do not know, my good sir. Did you hit long rest? Did it reset hit point maximum?
It might.
It might have reset your hit point maximum.
Because on the 3d8, I know I rolled 20.
Yeah, let me. Let me back. I'm gonna edit your character sheet.
Real quick, while he's doing that, I ask everyone, does anyone else find it strange that there was a letter left for me in this inn, but the soldiers had no idea about it?
I'd say go back to the barmaid.
I don't know if it's normal. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I get a bad feeling about it, especially after what I saw last night, and I have a bad feeling about it.
Then
I'd be
perhaps
suspicious.
don't get it.
All right.
If you feel bad about it.
Should I pay?
I moved it for you. You should have 27 total, is where it will be at for you. I had to do a modifier for you to get it up there.
All right, that sounds about right.
Should I pay someone off the street to come in and act as me to get the letter?
Oh, I can do that. I'm a master of disguise, you see.
We should do that because I want to know what the letter says, because that could be very important.
I just kind of want to be out of the way in case it blows up.
Well, there's a possibility it could do that.
That doesn't make me feel comfortable.
Once if you can get me the letter, I will take it outside of the city, or at least outside, so that way if it explodes upon opening it, it's not going to hurt anyone.
You mean me?
No,
Should I get
no.
it?
I can tell that
Very
you're not
befuddled.
comfortable. I can tell that you're not comfortable doing that, so I would never ask you to do it. Aurelius, would you mind doing it?
All right then. And he stands up. Though you would need to, stay out of sight till I'm back, because otherwise there will be two of you, and it would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can go get gear.
Yeah. Well, let's just go outside and make ourselves scarce while this is happening. So I get up and I walk outside.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All right.
you know it. I'm gonna follow.
Yep. I'm gonna go outside as well. I'm done eating.
So am I.
Then
So everybody goes outside. I'm assuming you're gonna go towards a direction, or you guys headed like you guys showed up at night, so as you walk outside, you kind of look around, and there's obviously the devastation to your guys' left-hand side towards where you came from in the forest of Mokan. The gates and guards are still there. If you look real close, you can see that there's still a Goliath standing guard at the eastern gate. The city around you, if you look to your south, is still quite heavily devastated from attacks. There's burnt timbers and cracked stone and so on. If you look to your right, you'll see a large open area that looks very similar to like a city center. And on the south side of the city center, you see the like general market kind of going on right now.
Ah,
Bunch
perfect.
bunch of tents and carts. There's some people walking around. You say it's not as lively as what you think a town this size should be, because this is a fairly large town. But it's definitely going on. There's definitely people there.
All right. Are we waiting on Aurelius to do his thing? Or are
Probably
we-
wouldn't be a bad idea. At least I'll wait. If you guys want to go into the shopping center and start shopping, I can catch up.
One thing's for sure. Samael's not going off on his own.
He's sticking to the few people he knows.
Speaking of which, Tamael, as you walk out and people are walking around you, a
Oh,
few
he's
of them.
keeping his wings like sort of wrapped around him like a cloak.
Okay, are you trying to make it look like a cloak?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna try to deceive him. People around me.
There's a couple of people that notice that it looks like a cloak made of feathers, but they don't really pay too much mind to you. There is a little kid that runs up and is like, Mom, look, an angel! And she, like, shushes him and is like, Go, we're going to the market, go on, get. And then she looks at you and goes, I'm so sorry, sir, I apologize. And then keeps moving
That's
forward.
alright.
Oh, would you look at that? He called you an angel. How nice.
All right. So a couple of you guys are going to the market?
I suppose, if I'm not going alone.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So Tamael, time, you're going to the market, yes?
Sure thing.
Okay. What I'm gonna do just to kind of streamline market processes, what I like to do is pick whatever you guys want to pick up, spend the gold, and just kind of keep track of the gold on your guys' side, unless there's something that you are like, oh, I really want this like super magical item later on or whatever. Or if you guys are gonna try and steal something, that's whenever I come up with market stuff for you. Otherwise, you guys are
Alright.
free to pick whatever equipment you guys need.
Cool. Do you need me to like tell you, message you? What do you want?
No, you're good. You can pick up whatever you need because I can view your guys' character sheets. I can just look at your inventory.
I don't have my character sheet open.
Oh, well, that's something you're gonna need to do.
Because I still don't know all of my stats.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about
It's
that.
a double-edged sword.
Shit. It is a
So
double-edged
kinda-
sword for me. Shit. Yeah, send me what you end up picking up. Ah,
Alright.
fuck.
I'll send you. Frost, do we have an extra sword or extra weapon in the pile?
Okay, so what we have: large backpack, 2 sheathed daggers, a canteen of water, trail ration, 2 bedrolls, another large backpack, a short sword, 2 half axes, set of throwing daggers, another bedroll, a tent that is currently ripped, 2 long swords, 2 heavy cur armor sets, another trail ration, a ring.
What kind
Small.
of ring?
It just says ring.
One unidentified.
Yeah, it's an unidentified ring. Small pile of mechanical parts and a revolver in decent condition without a pistol grip.
Handle.
Can I see that
Also,
ring real quick?
You said short sword, right?
short sword, yeah.
All right. That. If nobody else is gonna pick that, I'm gonna take a hold of that for a moment.
I will add it to your backpack.
And I will remove it from this list. I'll give the ring to Velcor.
Well, I just need to see it real quick
Oh,
because
yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna cast
see.
detect magic and see what I can see.
Sure, here, take a look at it.
All right, Alex, this is my first time ever using detect magic. So I hit cast. It took up one of my spell slots. What do I do?
It's literally what you do. So basically what you do is you say you have cast detect magic on something, and then if it's magical, I tell you. Which, by the way, let me dooby 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 doo. That's not it. That's definitely not it. That's the wrong button. So you grab the ring, you cast detect magic on it. Nothing immediately jumps out at you. It doesn't seem like this ring is magical. It looks very similar to that of, like, maybe a wedding band or something. There's a couple jewels in it, though, that you look at. Probably worth 20 gold.
Okay. Well, I hand the ring back because it has no value to me.
I sent you the single thing I need.
A single thing that you need.
So, not magical?
No, unfortunately not. It's worth about. It's probably worth about 20 gold pieces if you want more gold for it. I don't need the gold, but if you want it, it's yours.
I want to test something. He's gonna put it on his finger. And he's like closing his eyes. He's like, am I invisible yet?
He is not invisible.
Unfortunately, you are not invisible.
Was worth to try. And he takes off the ring. Didn't feel anything either. Oh well. You know what? Here. And he gives the ring to Velcor.
Okay.
Well, I am doing the undercover stuff. Why don't you try and sell it somewhere?
all right, I can do that.
All right. So, Dazzler, you are gonna go back in as Falcor.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take Velcor to a back of a house
Okay.
or like an alleyway. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and turn into Velcor
Okay.
and say, you go that way, I'll go this way." And just walk in opposite sides.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So you guys go out to the market and kind of dig around and find what you guys need. For the sake of this, everything that you get's gonna be like between 5 and 10 gold. Just kind of depending on what you guys pick up. So
Mhm.
take a look at what you're picking up, judge it. If you guys get anything magical, let me know because that's going to change the price of it. Just to get you guys common gear.
I just want to sell the ring. That's what I'm doing in the market.
Okay. Then give me just a minute and I will see. If you want to barter to try and upsell this ring, then you can. Just let me know.
Well, it depends on how much they offer me for the ring.
Like 20 gold. About what?
You know what? That's what it's worth.
Okay. So go ahead and add that 20 gold to your account then. So all right, Dazzler, you walk back into the bar and Greta looks
Mhm.
up from the from behind the counter. She's like, "Ah, back so soon, sweetheart. Did you forget something?"
Yes, you said there was a letter.
So I thought you
For
were lying. You know,
yeah, you cannot be too careful,
well, I will tell you this because the man who brought it in seemed a little off-putting, I won't lie to you. I went ahead and I had one of my friends detect magic on it. There's nothing that's there, so it is just a straight letter for you. So I apologize. I didn't mean to, intrude upon anything that's going on with you and whatever friends you've got going on. I just wanted to make sure because he seemed a little scary, but otherwise he was kind enough.
Do you have a description?
Uh, she kind of looks at you for a moment and goes, "How much do you know about Nagas?"
Nagas?
Yes, Nagas. Roll a history check.
Okay. Um, that's 12.
A 12. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a bit meh.
you've heard the name before. From what you understand, they're a creature of some sort. I say they're snake-ish like, but that's really all you know.
I just sent you a message on Discord, Alex.
Copy.
Naga. Kinda. The snake people, right?
Not necessarily snake people. They're snake-like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, she kind of explains what a naga is, and she goes, "See, snake people are a different species. They're what you call a UNT.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're much creepier. If I'm honest with you, he looked like a UNT, but something happened to him. If he was a UNT, then something has gone wrong with him, because does not look like one anymore."
Okay. Interesting.
And with that, she hands you the letter.
I appreciate your help. And he takes out of his pocket a gold coin for your trouble.
"Oh, sweetheart, you don't have to do that for you."
No, I want to.
"Well, thank you kindly." She takes a gold coin.
He reaches for his hat that is not there. It just kind of stands there. Never mind.
She
Don't worry about it.
She gives you a strange look, but ignores it. She goes back to wiping down the counter.
Quickly turns around and walks away.
All right, so you head
So-
out and back towards the market.
At this point, I've made it back to the alley because I don't know when he's coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, I walk straight back to the alley.
And then Aurelian, yes, you can purchase that. Or if you wanted, you could have taken the one that you had and had it repaired. It'd probably be a little bit cheaper.
Oh, right. I don't know why my brain didn't think about that. Let's do that instead.
Okay. 5 gold.
Okay.
All right, so you guys go ahead and Dazzler, you come out of the bar, out of the inn, and
Mhm.
start walking towards the city market. As you do, you
Mhm.
walk by the alley that you and Falcor had been in.
Yep. So I see him.
I don't know. Does he call out to you?
I call out to him,
Okay.
but not super loud. I go like, "Hey, I'm over here."
Okay.
Ah.
So you walk up to him. You kind of melt back into your own form.
Yep.
So did you get the letter?
Of course. And he hands over the letter. So the person that gave this letter to the barmaid was a Naga.
Are you sure it wasn't a Yuan Tai?
No, she said Naga. I'm not sure.
Okay.
She did have somebody cast detect magic on it, and there was nothing magical about it.
Okay, well that makes me feel a little bit better about this letter.
So probably no explosion.
Probably.
Would be kind of funny though, but still.
I hand him 5 gold pieces from selling the ring.
Ah, okay. 5 gold just? I think you got ripped off. Actually, never mind. That's probably my cut, isn't it?
Yes, that is your cut.
Okay, yes, of course. Sorry, the transformation kind of messes with my head sometimes.
You're fine. Everyone's gonna get 5 gold pieces. I sold it for 20.
Okay. Everyone,
Ah,
go ahead and
good.
you guys can
Wha-
add the 5 gold pieces. You don't have to worry about
We are a communist party.
Yeah.
communism.
Garland, how much did I spend on the market? Since I don't.
For just the one piece you sent me,
The One Piece.
like 2 gold.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like everything around here is priced to sell because a lot of these farmers have taken a lot of hits in the recent time. So they're trying to get their stuff out there. They don't care at this point as long as they make enough of a profit to keep themselves alive and mobile, then they could give 2 shits.
Can I walk out of the alley and ask one of the people walking around for information?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I ask just someone on the street that I find for information about the attack that happened.
Okay. So you stumble across a like field worker and he kind of looks at you and he's like, "Hey, not from around here, are you?"
No, I'm not.
That makes sense. So, well, what do you want to know about it?
Mainly, who did this to you guys? Because it seemed like they were either looking for something or were really pissed off.
Oh, you can say they were pissed off, all right. Yeah, fucking everything on the east side was destroyed, man. So, from what I can gather, it looks like they were trying to get in to the Calhorn's residence. They surrounded it pretty good. They took it up, but otherwise, that's about it.
All right. And you didn't see like who was leading it or anything like that?
Other than like the 7 or 8 airships that were fucking throwing firebombs at us, no, we fucking scrambled, man.
Oh,
My guess,
okay.
judging by the current climate and the fact that there were airships, I'm guessing it was probably Kerr. But I didn't see any markings, and they normally are pretty loud about their shit. But if you look around, there is definitely car mechanics around. A bunch of those fucking automaton bullshits that they have broken all over the place from where some of us tried to fight them. Billy, my brother, he got fucking speared by one of the heavy mechs, used it as a fucking pike, head on top of the damn thing, carried it around the city, chanting with the fucking weird chant sounds they make, the like gurring roar. It is fucking awful, mate. But, you know, it happens. We buried what we found left of him. If you want to pay respects to at least some of the dead, they're over in the graveyard over by the god house.
I'll definitely be doing that. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, appreciate it, mate.
I hand him 1 gold piece and thank him for the information that he gave me.
He nods to you and walks off. Frost, you can get most of that. You're gonna have to pick one of the 325 items, though. So whichever one,
Oh, right.
because you don't have enough for that.
I mean, do I have the disguise kit already?
Yeah, you do have the disguise kit on you.
So it's either the short bow or the thieves' tools.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go with the thieves' tools.
Okay. You go ahead and grab all of that except for the short bow, then.
Okay, and then yeah, in that case, I also don't need the arrows. So how much does that set me back? Because I on this list I have some of it.
2, 10, 12, 12 and a half, 12 and 3/4.
Ooh, I also want to go to the bakery, if there's any, or a stand that sells tiny tarts.
Tiny darts.
Tart, as in small
Like
cupcake
yeah,
something
cupcakes. Okay.
thing. I guess.
Yeah, you can pick those up. I would say you got like 10 gold left. Say just running quick
Yeah.
math in my head.
Alright, so and then the tarts are how much?
A gold for 13 of them.
Okay, cool. Is there also a guy that sells like a quill, like with a big old feather on it?
Yeah, he quill's like 1 copper, so I would say half a I would say 1 copper piece, so 0.1 of gold.
Right.
He gives you back what is
99.
So that's nine silver, because
yeah,
it's like 10 increments of 10, right?
yeah, he gives you 10 silver back.
Okay, cool.
Okay. What was it that you were asking, Falcor?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
I was just trying to help you with math.
Gotcha. Appreciated, thank you. Alright, so you have the letter. You have the info. What do you want to do with the letter, my good sir?
I'd like to open it and read what's written.
Okay. You take 24 bludgeoning damage. I'm joking.
Jesus Christ.
The whole town explodes.
Yes, the whole town detonates in a fireball. No, so you open the letter, and in a scrolling handwriting that you recognize and puts your teeth on edge, the words, "Running away from your responsibilities gets you nowhere. You took something of mine. You need to bring it back. he, in big capital letters, is not happy. Do not disappoint me. You are one of my better students. I see that now. I may have been hard on you, but it was for your own good. Return, child. Bring me the head, and we will have a conversation.
I show the letter to Andy and say, "Is this who I think it is?"
Oh, that's not very good now, is it?
No, it's not.
Well, if it's between you and me, I really don't want to go back in that box.
I really don't want to go back to that place, period. I'd
Well,
much
then-
rather work for you than those assholes that I worked for before.
Well, then we just don't go back.
You promise you can protect us when they arrive because you know they're going to keep coming after us.
I promise that I can try. You seen what I can do.
I know.
Speaking of which, roll me a perception check.
Oh, motherfucker.
Are we hearing this, by the way?
Have you guys walked back to just outside the alley where he's standing?
Did you say 12 tarts? By the way?
13.
13.
13.
13
Oh,
tarts.
13. Okay.
I assume Samael would probably come back ASAP.
Okay. Yeah, so
As,
you,
as lo-
you and Time
yeah,
you and Time come back, and you see him as he's like finishing showing the letter to Andy. Alright. Falcor, you look up, and out of the corner of your eye towards the general market where you had just come from, you see purple scales moving behind a tent. But they look darker than what you remember. Like, almost black instead of purple. The coloration's the same, but something's off about them.
Okay. Oh. Fuck. All right, so I relay all of that information that I just got to the rest of the party.
Okay. So you tell them about the letter and what happened with the rest of the city and so on.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to give them any background on what the letter means to you or no?
I think it's fair that I should.
Okay. So he explains a few things about the letter and kind of what's going on. And Falcor, I'll let you kind of give some of your background history here as to what that letter means to you.
Okay, so I used to I'm a warlock. I'm a warlock sorcerer. I was born with magic in my veins, but I was always told that I would never amount to anything and I would never be as strong as the other sorcerers in my village. So, in my desperation to prove them wrong, I decided to sign a pact with a deity. And he was not very nice. And he had his second in command is a purple and blue Yuan Tai named Scales. And he was my mentor. He taught me as much as he could, but he abused me every single day. I finally said that I had enough and I needed to get out. And so I stole Andy here and broke my pact with my prior lord and made a new pact with Andy. And that's pretty much it.
Hmm.
So,
And now the guy wants you to return?
yeah, mainly because my prior deity doesn't like Andy very much. Isn't that right, Andy?
Oh, he really don't like me.
I mean, he
Is
kept
it-
you in a box for how long?
Is it also demasked?
Let's see. He's 4,000. About 2,000 years.
What? In the same box that I found you in?
No. That was Kerr's doing. They're a bunch of fucking assholes. Which, by the way, if I ever get stuffed in a box again, and he kind of rolls like he wiggles his head to try and look at you the best that he can. He goes, "I'm going to blow all of us up. It'll just be boom, and I'll kill us all."
Please don't. I will try to keep you away from any boxes, Mr. the Bomb, sir.
That's probably lovely. Appreciate it, son.
And I'm so terribly sorry to hear this about your past. Are we in trouble? Are they here?
So I did see after everyone came out of the market a purple-ish tail slithering behind a tent in the market.
You
I'm-
immediately see the feathers on his wings ruffle.
I'm not quite sure what we should do at this point because when I tell you that Scales is the most powerful mortal I have ever encountered, that's no joke. Andy, do you want to shed a little light onto who it is that you don't get along with?
Do you think it's a wise idea if I tell him?
I mean, it can't hurt. We're being honest right now. I mean, we're kind of up shit creek without a paddle here, bud.
Fuck it, sure, why not? So, well, how many of you have heard of the Living Spellbook?
I hardly remember my own name.
Got it, so none of you. Alright, well, this is gonna be a long story. Well, the Living Spellbook, for those of you who don't know, a sorcerer was a sorcerer's grimoire. And he kind of explains what a grimoire is and how a grimoire works. Essentially, the grimoire gained consciousness and decided that it no longer wished to be bound by its sorcerer and killed him. And has been slowly building its knowledge over the last 6,000 years. Scales, I ran into the man, or snake, evil thing, whatever you want to fucking call him, about 50 years ago. He showed up, which is, if any of you recall, very close to when Auspex and Kerr started to get into a war. There was some conversations that went on, there was some fighting, there was the loss of a party, and then Scales showed back up with a war fully engulfing Auspex. And, you know, being puppeteered by said Living Spellbook. He's not a very nice guy. I also very much do not recommend fucking with him. But he's kind of got to go, at least at some point. I just don't know how or when or why. But he's definitely got to fucking go. Especially if you guys are going to get rid of this war. But we can do that at a later date. There's no need to rush into that. As I would prefer not to go back that way if possible, because, you know, boxes and shit. Besides, it's not that big of a threat. He's fine.
As long as he doesn't see us. If he sees us, that's a different conversation.
What, the spell book?
Oh no, Scales. If he sees me, he's coming after me and he's not gonna stop. He knows that we're here. He just hasn't found me yet.
Oh, it's fine. I wouldn't be too worried about him, or at least I'm not worried about him.
Yeah, you're not. You're immortal. You're an immortal head.
I am worried about him now.
Well,
How about you cast a fireball on him?
I ca-
Blow the fucker up.
what, to try and get him? Hell fucking no. Hell, if that fucking creeper shows up, I'm out. Peace. Bye.
So, are there any other options than to, go to this war? Because I really don't like fighting or war or those guys that captured us.
Well, we have a couple of options from the way that I look at it. We can either dodge what they're doing and just get out of town and hope that they don't track us back down. Or we can join them and just make the best of it and kill as many of them as we can while we're in this war.
I like option 1.
That's kind of where I'm leaning right now.
I mean, there's probably more to this world, right? Than just this war and these countries.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm scared of is that if we desert the army, then not only do we have one army after us, we'll have another army after us.
Correct.
For me, it is no difference, though. I have people running after me all my as long as I can remember.
I mean, as long as I have Andy and I can keep him safe, I really don't care what we do.
There is also the fact of my body, if you happen to remember that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
How can you forget about such things? You hurt my
Oh.
feelings.
I know.
Sounds important.
We can make you a makeshift body. How about we take one of those mechs, rip its head off, and put you on top of it?
Andy just
Like when we
gives you
put him on a stump.
Andy just looks at you like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, if it works, it works.
Yeah,
You
he
can-
kind of has this obsession with his body, and you know, for someone
it's
who
my
is so
body
obsessed
and
with
I
it,
lost it.
yeah, I don't know why you lost it, and you don't even remember where you lost it. If you could tell us where you lost it at, then we might be able to help you find it. But God forbid you remember anything.
Listen, you. If I could remember where I fucking lost my body, I would tell you, and I would have you put my head back on it. But I don't remember, and it was removed from my possession, obviously.
If I may butt in,
There's a crowd of people looking at you from across the way that's looking at this screaming head attached to your hip.
we're kind of drawing attention, and it seems very important. This body. Perhaps we can help him. Like, just look for it.
Speaking of
Sounds
which,
better than war.
since you guys are drawing attention, I need everybody to roll a perception check.
Jesus.
Yes.
How do I do that?
Oh, okay.
Oh
so
no.
she doesn't.
We're all
What
in the
do I
same
do?
shit. Oh,
All right.
No.
How do
So
I do that?
okay. So what
all
you're gonna
right.
do
Who
is
else rolled a 1?
you're gonna go to your character sheet. You're gonna go
Okay.
to boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Thank you. You're gonna go to where it says perception in the skills. So it should be directly underneath of wisdom. So go
Mine's underneath nature.
underneath nature. Oh,
Found it. Okay.
Yep.
Now what?
So you see the number that's next to it?
Oh, I click it.
Yes.
Okay.
Click it, and then
And then it rolls.
Yes, ma'am.
And then it hits arrow, right? Did it do a thing? It did.
it
It
did.
said 16.
Yep, so 16. Okay, so what do we got? We got a 12, right? Nope, that's a history check.
I got a 5.
Got a 5. We got a 16. We got a 1. And what was the other one?
Oh, I need to do a history.
Nope, you need to do a
Perception.
perception.
Oh, perception. 10.
Oh. Okay. Sweet, thanks.
I'm way invested in
So-
the story of this head and his body.
So, there
Just to find
is...
the body.
So anyway, so the crowd kind of is like looking at you like, what the fuck? I'm gonna say, Tamael, you're talking about drawing attention. Yeah, that's what I need. Just continue. You're good.
I put my hand over Andy's mouth and say, "Shut the fuck up if you want to find your damn body." Andy, do you remember what I said about scales? If I die, you go back. Remember that? You remember that he's here. I remove my hand to see what he said.
Yes, I remember.
Okay, let's tone it down. I know it's my fault. I riled you up, and I apologize. So let's figure out our next move, and if we're gonna dodge these soldiers, we should probably make up our mind quickly, so that way we can get out of here.
I'm in favor of at least try to look for his body.
I'll
Seem-
second that.
It seems important to him, and also a very good reason not to go to her.
So are we all in agreement?
Yeah.
So
Well,
a guy comes up to you, and as he walks up, he looks like one of the guards that you encountered earlier. Hush! No, I don't care. Thank you. Sorry, the riot boy is acting retarded. So,
like father, like son.
yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
So, one of the guards walks up to you, or one of the army of Ospex, and he looks at you and goes, "You know, I may know a couple things about a certain person that you got in your party, but we need to talk in private.
Who's he speaking to?
Just all of you in general."
About who?
I'm all for hearing what he has to say.
He
Gary, there's more of us.
he beckons you towards the alleyway behind the Dad Inn. Kind of walks around the backside of the inn, and as you guys follow him, there's a interesting feeling of power that shifts over top of you guys.
Oh no.
Andy, you hear him say, "Uh-oh,
Andy, what is it?
this, my dear child." And the guard turns around and his form evaporates. And sitting there is the purple and blue scaled form of Scales. He looks at you
Is this where we run?
and he seems off. He is like very emaciated from what you remember, Falcor. But he looks pissed. Hello, Falcor.
Hey, Scales, how are you? Long time no see, huh?
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah. How long has it been now?
5 years.
Really? It doesn't feel like that long.
Ah,
Oh,
an old friend. How nice to meet you.
And I'm like waving my hand, trying to shoo everyone else away.
no, it'll be great. It's good to have friends, isn't it, Falcor?
Yeah.
Say, Mr. Scales, was it? Would you like to see a magic trick?
No.
Yes.
We're all doomed.
It is Scales. And a magic trick.
Yes,
doomed.
absolutely.
Roll performance.
Oh no.
Absolutely
Actually, I was gonna do a sleep spell.
Oh, okay. Roll sleight of hand then.
A 12.
All right, read me
Okay.
sleep spell again.
Ba, 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 ba.
Do they get a save? I forget.
No.
Let's see. Starting with the creature at the low. Oh wait, is this the correct one? No, wait.
You roll amount of dice, and then you get to sleep people with max HPs within
Yeah. So
that pool.
5d8 is a total of how many hit points of a creature this spell can affect within 20 feet of a. Within 20 feet of a point of choosing. Why is this written down so weirdly?
You roll 5d8. You get a set amount of hit points from that.
Yeah, and if it's
Anything
higher,
within that hit point pool, you can sleep.
yeah, okay.
Okay, roll me 5d8.
23. That's not that's
Less than optimal.
no.
So, what are you doing to cast a spell?
You take a pinch of sand and let's see. Take a pinch of sand and blow it towards the person that you're trying to sleep spell.
Okay. So you do your like pulling to do the magic trick. You blow the sand at him. There is a hum of ozone as the magic takes a hold and washes over him, and you see Scales' eyes kind of flutter for a minute, and then his eyes open and they focus on you. He goes, nasty, nasty. Everyone roll initiative.
God damn it. And Alex, just so you know, I have that open as well. I was okay. I have 8.
Why didn't I? I rolled so shit. Right when it matters the most.
I
Wait, where do I find that?
Oh, that's right.
up,
Top of your sheet, right in the middle.
She's
Oh.
getting thrown into this. Oh no. Okay, right in the middle, there should be a big
I
ass
found
thing.
it.
You found it? Okay.
Alex, can I give them a little bit of backstory about Scales real quick before this starts?
Sure. Go ahead and give him some backstory, and I will get a piece of paper so I can write down who's going when and when.
Okay, by backstory, I mean how Scales came to be in like real life.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is a continuation of a campaign Alex and I did when I was like 14 years old. Scales was the first character that I ever created. And just to mess around, I recreated him after I knew a little bit more about D&D, and I sent Alex, when we were talking about setting up a D&D session, I sent him a copy of Scales, and I was like, wow, look at how powerful I can make characters. And he said, I want that.
Hmm.
I'm also in the habit of bringing back old characters, aren't I, Frost?
Yeah.
So Scales is kind of like my pet project because he has been something that I have continuously worked on for months to refine and perfect. So I just want to apologize to everyone.
Don't worry. I'll die knowing that you felt sorry.
All right, Alex, do you have your paper?
I do have my paper. All right. 20 through 15.
22.
Ooh, damn.
Tam is 22. Anybody else?
He is about 22.
All right. 15 through 10.
Wait, I'm confused. What are we doing?
So this is this is a fight. So the initiative roll that you got is the one that you want to pass me.
I'm confused.
So you rolled a 5 in this case.
Yeah.
Yep. So you will be one of the last. So it's who goes first in reaction time, is what this is.
It's combat
Got it.
order.
Yeah. So it's combat order.
Got it. I think my headset cut out for a minute and I didn't hear all of that. Cool.
Nope. You're all right.
I'm caught up.
Okay. All right. Nobody's 15 through 10.
No,
Okay. 10 through
Nope.
5.
9.
8.
5.
Dazzler
God.
is 9. Falcor is 8. You said 5 for time?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I need you to re-roll me a d20.
That's good. That's good news.
Everyone?
Me, right?
Yes, you, time.
Okay.
Okay. Did it do a thing?
So you got to click on the initiative again, and it will give you that roll.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Right.
Wait. Stop. Go away. Boom. Oh,
Okay.
not any better.
Okay. So it's actually probably a good thing you're going last because you'll be able to see what was going on or figure out what's going on as the attack goes.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. Tamayo, you are first in the initiative order.
And where's to show off how fucking combat works?
So Scales says nasty, nasty, and then lunges towards you.
He's going to take a few steps forward in front of the group. Unfurl his wings and spread them wide to make himself as big as possible. He's going to bite his lip and regret saying the following. You really don't want to mess with us. I know someone very powerful and you don't want to mess with him. You don't want to mess with me.
Scales continues towards you, and as you say that, he responds with, so do I," and continues towards you.
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna fucking draw my sword, I suppose.
Draw your sword or drawing the halberd?
The sword. Definitely the short sword.
Okay.
Oh God.
That's short sword uses either strength or dex, right? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, dex or strength.
Alright, that's gonna be a 13 plus 5, 18 to hit.
18 to hit. You hit.
Yeah.
Roll me damage. I believe it's 1d6, if I remember correctly.
Yep. That's gonna be 7 slashing damage.
7. Oh, I can't fucking fuck. Thingy. I need to save this.
Oh,
It won't let me move it around because it's a
do
copy.
you just want me to do it?
Yeah, would you do 7 damage to him, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. I can do everything else. I can't fucking add damage or heal him. Fucker.
That's gonna be my turn.
That's gonna be your turn. Okay.
Yep.
Dazzler, you are up next.
All right. He's gonna take one of the tiny tarts out of his backpack
Okay.
and take the quilt, and he waves like he holds it in his like the tart in his palm, and he waves the large feather over it in a singular circular motion,
Okay.
and then throws the tart towards Scales, casting hideous laughter.
Oh shit. Okay, what's my roll? So
So you need to do a wisdom save, and
Okay.
it needs to be above 14.
above a 14.
Yes, unless he has an intelligence score less than 4, but I assume that's not the case.
Okay. So you throw the tart at him.
Yep.
It smacks him in the face. He goes, "Ha!" And that's all he does.
Shit.
There is a scream from Andy as he's going, "No, no, no, no! Don't let him get me! Don't let him get me!" And Felcor, or unless Dazzler has anything else he wants to do.
So that was an action, right?
Yep, so that's your action.
Do I have... What can I do for a bonus action again?
Any spell lower than second and or a cantrip.
Okay.
Wait, what?
So house rule for bonus action.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. Because I've never played with that before.
Can I try Mage Hand?
Sure.
And
What do we
see if I can grab his foot so he trips.
He's a snake. He doesn't have a foot.
Ah, fuck.
He's got the tail.
In that case, he casts minor illusion. He
Okay.
grabs he rips a small piece of fleece of his old clothes, and he creates a sound behind Scales of a bunch of guards
Okay.
asking him what the hell is going on here.
Okay. Falcor.
All right. How close are we to him?
Wait, that's not doing anything?
Hey, hold on. I'll get to that
Oh,
piece
okay.
because you just threw it. So
Oh, yeah.
so he is 20 feet from you.
He's 20 feet.
I'm
Okay. I guess I'm gonna move 10 feet forward and cast Arms of Hater.
Arms of Hater. Okay. So you move up. You are 5 feet behind Tamael, who is directly in front of him.
Oh.
And
I just hit him with a sword.
yep. And you cast Arms of Hater.
Hang on. You invoke the power of Hater. Tendrils of a dark energy erupt from around you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Does that also include allies?
It says all creatures.
I mean, it says all creatures, yeah, so.
Okay, so we're not gonna do that one. I guess I'm just gonna shoot Witch Bolt at him.
Okay, go ahead and.
I did not hit him.
Okay, what did you roll?
Yeah, I rolled a 2. So
Oh no. Yeah, you don't hit.
I guess, and you said that cantrips were allowing as bonus actions?
Yes, cantrips are allowing his bonus actions.
Alright, I shot
go.
Firebolt at him and I rolled a 17 plus 5, which
Does
is
it? Holy shit.
22.
Well, you hit him. Go ahead and roll damage.
8 damage.
Alright, go ahead and add that to the score for me.
I expected an Eldritch Blast.
I thought about it, but I don't
Did
have
not fall
everything.
into the stereotype.
Right. Alright, and that ends my turn.
Okay. Scales, hearing the sounds of guards, doesn't even look behind him and just casts Scorching Ray behind him.
I hope nobody's walking in the street at that moment.
It just fucking boom from his hand. He's not even looking. He doesn't care. And he goes ahead and burns that. So good job. He burnt a spell slot for you.
Hey. Thing is, the sound has a duration of 1 minute, so the sound just continues.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what he does, and he moves. He's gonna try and grapple Tamael because he's the one who hit him. Tamael, I need you to make a strength save for me.
Oh, yes, sirree. Strength save. That would be 21.
No shit.
We're,
Okay.
we're doing God's work here, guys.
And so
I forgive you for the one.
so he flings his body, like the bottom half of his body, and wraps himself around you, and he just can't get around the wings. So he's working on, he's trying it, but he is hissing in frustration and pissed.
Samuel Bill.
Oh, just real quick so everyone knows, in Discord, I sent what Scales looks like so you can
Ah.
get a better idea of what he looks like.
Damn.
Ooh.
All right, that is gonna be his turn. Time.
Oh, my turn.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, crap. Okay. So how far away is he from us now? Since-
He is 15 feet from you. He is sharing the same spot as Tamael.
Okay. So cantrips are a bonus action?
Yes, cantrips are a bonus action.
So I could throw a javelin at him.
Yes, you could.
Okay. And then potentially do a cantrip as well?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so I want to throw a javelin at him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit. So a d20 for the javelin, if you would. So what you're going to do is click on the javelin attack, and it'll roll the d20 for you.
The fucking Pokemon battle music.
Wait. Wait.
Yep.
I have to find these things.
No problem.
I'm
So,
sorry, guys. Where
No,
do I
that's fine.
find my attack?
so if you go to
Actions.
actions,
Yep.
attack,
Attack. Action. And then it
Then you
says
look for a
melee
javelin.
attack. Why doesn't it have that? But it's in my inventory as well.
Oh, you need to equip it first. In that case,
How do I do that?
go to inventory, and then there's a little box in front of the,
Oh.
in this case, javelin.
Okay. Where did it
And then if you go back
go?
to actions, then should be able to.
Well, now I'm confused. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, you're fine.
Apparently, I don't actually have a javelin. I do have a dagger I can throw at him, though.
Okay. So you would click on the box to equip it. And then you would go to
Okay.
actions. And then you would go to the dagger for the attack.
Got it. Okay.
And then you would roll that.
Yeah, the hit slash DC first to see if you hit him.
Oh, okay. So I have to do that one and then.
So that's 22 to hit.
That hits.
That's pretty high.
Okay.
And then roll your damage.
What is that?
So you would go to damage under the attack. So it would be 1d4 plus 1.
Oh, that's what that one is. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so 3 damage total?
Yeah.
Okay, Travis,
Oh.
mark that, please.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Nope, you're good. I will have to figure out the copy of Scales one and try and get the
Wait,
get that so I can do the
Gar.
damage and shit. Yeah.
you said 1d4 plus 4. How can she hit him for 3 in that case?
Hers
1d.
was 1d4 plus 1.
Oh, never mind. For me, it's plus 4. Never mind.
Yeah, for me it's plus 4 as well.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a noob.
Look at you with all your fancy deck scores.
All right. So
I kind of have to.
so you run up and hit him. So now you're 5 feet from him. So he's directly in front of you. Okay.
No, she said she threw it though.
Oh, you threw it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you throw it. It sings out and fucking embeds itself into his ribs. Pretty good. Falcor, roll me a perception check.
Okay. 13.
There's an interesting sound from him. It sounds hollow.
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 He is a bell.
Can I question Andy and be like, why does he sound hollow?
You can in just a moment. All right, so now it's Andy's turn. Andy goes, shit. Casts, let me find his thingy. Doobie-doo. Come all the way down here. He casts a 6th level spell.
Okay, jeez.
This is where I get sent back to my maker.
This is where we blow up. Yeah.
Dex of 15.
Now the rest of the city is gonna be ruins as well.
Right.
Don't worry, I have a second character idea.
Alright, half. Who is this? This is time. I need Andy's. I need. Okay, so half of that. 110. All right, so there is a concussive boom as a disintegrate spell leaves Andy's mouth in a purple flame. It slams into Scales, and you see Scales wither even worse than what he is. His ribs contract in. There is a popping noise as his skin tightens and actually crushes what you think are his ribs. And then suddenly everybody's falling. There's a loud pop, and everybody is falling through the air. There's a curse from Andy, and there is a second loud pop. And all of you land on your back in the middle of the woods.
Do we take fall damage, or did he just cast feather falling just now?
No, he didn't cast Featherfall. You just you appear laying on your back.
Oh, right.
On the ground. There is very heavy breathing from Andy as he's like, no, I refuse to go back in the box.
Andy, don't you find that it was strange that he sounded almost hollow?
What? Wait,
You didn't hear that when she threw the dagger in him?
you mean to tell me that he sounded hollow? And he's breathing really hard for somebody without lungs. Yes, it seemed weird. That's why I wanted away from him.
Well, what could cause that?
Fuck if I know.
You know, for being an all-powerful, all-knowing deity, you sure don't know a lot of shit.
I wasn't paying attention. I was panicking. By the way, all of you have traveled to the middle of the woods and are now laying in the middle of the woods someplace.
Well, On the plus side,
We
with
don't.
the battle,
We don't gotta go back to the army.
exactly. They're gonna think we're dead.
Yeah. Cover up. My favorite.
Hmm.
Though I hope that the people around us were okay, though, and that we didn't blow up a block of houses.
There's a good possibility Scales did that.
You know, I'm not in the process of going back. Fuck that guy.
So,
Time. So as you sit up to kind of see, you notice that you guys have teleported to the north of the city a pretty good distance, just inside of the tree line. As you look at the city, there is a large fireball that comes up from near the inn, and a black cloud that kind of rolls.
That can't be good.
What can be good? And he's Eurydice also sits upright. Oh,
Scales told me when he was younger and more reckless about a time where he accidentally destroyed a village by casting Thunderbolt. Do you remember that, Alex?
I do remember that.
all right. Another person for on my list.
Yeah, if we could kill Scales, that would make everything that we are about to do so much easier.
If
I
you're,
have already added him to my death list.
if you're gonna go up against that maniac, I am not joining you.
Andy, you don't have a choice if you want to find your goddamn body.
I can find another one of you. I swear I'll do
I
it.
get Andy.
How are you gonna do that? Are you gonna walk away? With which legs? We are gonna need you, and you need us. You know a boat that is not floating or in the air. Yeah, you are in the same one as us.
Andy gives you a look of like, fuck you. You know I could just turn you into paper, right?
Paper.
Yeah, paper. They'll use your skin as fucking parchment.
Now, Andy, there's no need to be threatening people.
He made fun of the fact that I don't have a body.
Well, yeah, you're fucking funny just being ahead.
Fuck you.
I know. Andy, would you like to see your magic trick? He pulls out the deck of cards.
If you do it, I will fight you.
You're no fun, you know.
It's not what your mom said last night.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna roll for that.
Go ahead. That was the point.
My brain
So
hurts.
his eye is gonna twitch. What did you say? And suddenly the glowing orange eyes are back, glowing in his mask.
Andy looks at you as like, oh, I may have fucked up a little. It was a joke. It was a joke. Listen, I don't need any of this. It's fine. I apologize. It was funny though.
He's gonna.
Andy,
He's gonna. He's gonna grab a handful of sand. Do you want to go to sleep?
You know, I pop and a fucking head disappears from your hip.
where the fuck did Andy go? Ugh.
And as soon as he is gone, the glow in the mask is gonna be gone. And he's like, so that happened.
Yeah, that did happen. Only issue is now we don't know where Andy is.
This happened before, you know. He will be right back in 5 to 10 minutes.
I just hope he doesn't take away my magic. He threatens to do that all the time.
Well, do you feel different?
No, I feel fine right now.
Okay, then it should be fine. If you sound like fine, if you smell like fine, you're probably fine.
You know what? You're probably right.
Sound logic.
All right, party. What's
It's a slightly psychotic gesture. What do you want? What do you expect?
What's
Nothing less.
what's the plan? You are
First of all, collect
on-
myself.
Yep, you are north of the city.
Well, huh.
So
I don't even know what time it is.
it's about noon.
Oh,
So I will give you a little hint behind the screen. You have two available options to you. You have two paths that you can follow, and dependent on your course of action will depend on which path you end up following.
I choose path C.
In that case, a meteor strikes your forehead, and I need a new character.
Yet.
option unavailable. Please try again.
Right, exactly.
Oh, I just sent you Fluffles.
Ah. Um, I suppose. I don't know anything anymore.
Well, I mean, realistically, the army should think that we're dead, so they shouldn't come looking for us.
I wish.
We already have a head start.
So I think we should get as far away from this place as we can, and we can either.
We have a head start, but the head is gone.
Will you just
But they do
shut up
say
for
he's
one
back.
moment?
He kind of huffs and takes out his pipe and starts blowing bubbles again. A little bit grumpy.
I know that there are some people on a certain hit list that one of our members wants to take care of.
Oh, hit list. Yes. Currently, I have 3 people on the hit list.
And who are those 3 people?
King Galen Bekarin, Royal Guard Captain Alok Magna, and Scales.
Okay.
Let's not do the last one.
Yeah, the last one we're just
That's
going to
not-
leave alone for a little bit. But the way that I look at it is if we wanted to, we could go and try and complete the 2 others on the list. And while we're adventuring to find them, any dead body we come across, we'll just shove Andy on and see if it's his body.
Do we have to murder these people?
Oh, how about we put the head of Andy on top of the king? He
I mean,
will
if
actually. That might be a bad idea. Actually,
That'd be a bad
would be really funny though.
idea.
Still not content with the fact that we're gonna murder people.
Actually, why are you willing to help? You don't even know why I want to kill them.
listen, I don't care what we do, as long as I don't have to interact with scales and don't have to risk going back. I'm down to do anything. And I also have to find Andy's body, and we've checked all the places around where we're from. So I need to start looking other places so that way I can complete my contract and keep my powers, and I don't have to deal with Andy anymore.
If anything,
Andy doesn't
if
seem
it
too
wouldn't
bad.
be too much of a bother, I would like to know where I'm from.
You fell from the sky. Quite literally.
That doesn't answer a whole lot of questions. So perhaps we'll come across that when we seek his body.
We very well could.
Perhaps. Yeah. So, who do you want to kill first?
One would be easier to kill.
Probably the guard captain.
Now here's my question. Do you want all of the guards dead or just the captain?
Royal guard captain. Yes.
Why are you against killing people, if I might ask?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
That's a strange question.
Well, I'm just curious.
Well, because it's bad.
Yeah.
Why are you for killing people?
Well, one, it's kind of fun. Not gonna lie. And on top of owing Andy finding his body, I also have to deliver a certain amount of souls to him. So really, the more people I kill, the better. But I try not to make a habit of it, but I do really enjoy watching people suffer.
You do notice that in you mentioning delivering souls to Andy, there is a bit of a reaction from Samael.
And I
Not
roll
gonna elaborate
perception.
on it.
Should I roll perception?
No, he's not gonna hide it very much.
Okay.
His face is just gonna, twinge a little bit.
Seems like I said something wrong when I mentioned the souls.
Not at all. You do what you have to do. Like I said, I'm just finding my way still.
And don't feel pressured that you have to kill people. Obviously, your assistance would be appreciated, but if you're not comfortable doing that, even so much as just protecting us would be just fine.
Honestly, I don't really understand if I will be any sort of help. I don't know what I can do.
Well, we can figure that out. Maybe we'll run into a horde of creatures that decide to attack us first.
I suppose. What about you, Miss Dime? Anything you want to do?
Huh?
Did I cut out or?
No, you didn't cut out. I think she cut out.
Ah,
I'm sorry, my headset keeps glitching.
ah,
Am I back? Can you guys hear me?
Yep,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
hear ya.
Okay,
That-
sorry, because like for a minute it wasn't sending me.
all right.
Um,
Did you hear the question?
I heard your question. Sorry, I got caught up and forgot I had to respond.
You're good. Do you need him to re-ask the question?
Yes, please.
He asks, if you have any, anything, like any wishes, anything you want to do, any goals.
I'm just here to assist.
I guess I'm too, so suppose we're killing people. Or well, you are killing people.
Well, which direction do we want to head? We're north of the town. So do we just want to keep heading north so that way we can put some distance between us and the town?
Probably prudent.
Sounds good to me.
Hmm. Hey, I don't need the barking, sir. Thank you. Would one of you or all of you roll me a? Hey, siete. Okay, that was a down, not a sit, but that works. Would one or all of you roll me a history check?
I will roll it in the void. That's a 2 plus my history. Which I don't know.
Not great.
Yeah.
History.
Not strange coming from the guy who lost his fucking memory.
16.
Hey, that's what I got.
16,
I
16,
got 13.
13. Okay. All right. If you check in maps, you will see the country of Ospex. So, to point out where you guys are,
Well, you also use Wonder Draft.
nope, I was
No,
using
that's Incarnate.
Incarnate.
Oh. Because those mountains look almost exactly the same.
So if you take a look, you guys are in the bottom left-hand corner in the city, or were in the city, with the little dot that was on it. Bottom left-hand
Mhm.
corner.
Which one?
There's
The
two.
far?
Yeah, farthest
Far
one,
one?
farthest one to the west.
Alright.
I can circle it maybe. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
The one directly left to the fort.
Yes, directly
correct.
left of the fort. Yep.
Is the very large lake at the top supposed to be looking like a bird?
You
It
know,
does.
so for those of you with a 16 roll, you would know that that is Eagle Lake. It is
There you
Okay.
go.
it is an inland bay that got cut out of the land as the river to the east of it forced its way into the actual lake itself. It is a saltwater lake.
Mm.
It takes
I'm
about
sorry, I don't see a bird.
You say it takes about 2 weeks to cross that lake from end to end. It's a pretty large lake.
So about 30 minutes. Gotcha.
Yes. To Tamael, yes, in about 30 minutes. All right. What is the plan, party?
I just heard north.
Don't worry.
North?
Because, yeah, there's a town directly north of us quite a ways. But it would be better going there than the town to our northeast. Because that's pretty close, but we don't know how many soldiers are going to be there, and we don't want them to know, hey, you're supposed to be dead.
Fair enough.
I got the tent fixed.
What?
I did get the tent fixed.
Oh,
Oh.
that'll help.
We
Also,
could stay in the woods for a while.
Garland, I'm gonna send you something. I forgot to add that to the allies list. These are the 2 allies that I had added in a like through the background.
Okay, go ahead.
So we're going to try to travel to the city to our north.
Yeah, the city to our north, that's kind of like northwest of that smaller lake.
In between the 2 rivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right.
Like,
Okay. We're gonna take a 10-minute break real quick. That way, if you guys need to grab water or use the restroom or something like that, and then we will be back and we'll finish up the last 45 minutes or so and be done. Cool, cool?
Well,
Cool.
mhm, Yep.
All right. See you guys soon.
In a bit.
Are you?
And here
Yes.
we go. Welcome back. All right.
Yeah.
So, party. You are north of the town. There is a hit list to complete. Are we traveling north?
Uh-huh.
I would say so.
We're traveling north. Okay. You guys don't have any mounts or anything, so it's going to be all on foot. So there is a northern road that travels towards that direction. Are you guys going to take the road? Are you guys going to hoof it through the woods?
Mm.
We could kind of stick to the road, right?
Yeah, and if we see people, we'll just duck.
Okay. Good with that. So you guys go ahead and start on the road.
Last time there was also a duck on the road.
There was also a duck on the road,
I
yes.
can put him on the road again for you.
How much are you guys traveling today?
As much as possible, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys start traveling along the northern road. It gets towards sundown. Are you guys gonna slow up during sundown and make camp, or are you guys going to kind of power through towards the rest of the evening?
Mm,
I'm good with really whatever.
I'm
let's
I'm
say we
afraid
take.
of exhaustion.
Let's say we take proper rest once needed.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys
If I
just
can get a
camping
night's
on.
rest without a fucking deity trying to nagger me.
You guys just gonna camp on the side of the road? You guys gonna find a spot to shelter?
Not on the side of the road. I'd say
I want to find
a little bit further up.
well hidden spot. Yeah.
Yeah, a
well-hidden
little bit
spot.
further
Yeah.
up into the woods.
Okay. Go ahead and roll survival checks. Let's see who finds what.
I have to find that now.
Fuck me on this.
Oh, found it.
Ooh.
Yes.
Baby.
12.
I got a 16.
No.
Oh, damn.
20.
20?
Time knows what's up.
Well, she is a druid, so I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice,
but
nice.
still, that's good.
All right, I heard a 20 somewhere in there.
Yep.
Okay, so Time and Tamael, you kind of stick your heads together as you're walking, trying to find a nice spot, and you guys find a pretty sheltered location. It's off the road, probably 20-30 feet. It is well hidden. It's a large clump of trees. You guys get towards the middle of it. You guys can set up the tent in the area, and it's pretty well put together.
All right. Sweet.
Seems like a good spot to me.
Huzzah.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Do we get a campfire and
Indeed.
shit going? Wait, that would defeat the point of
No, you could
being hidden.
probably put
Make
together
a small
campfire.
fire.
Yeah, you guys could probably put
A small
campfire
campfire.
here.
Go to foxhole.
Good.
Foxhole.
Good with that.
Right.
All right.
So is the thing. Wow. Go away. No, thank you.
All right. I need one of you to roll me a D100, please.
Oh boy.
What?
So first it was Tamael, then it was Yurili. So I'd say either
One of the
Time
others.
or Velcor.
Either
You do it.
Falcor or Time.
But
A 58. Okay. Um. I'm looking at my thing really quick. All right. The night goes by relatively peacefully. There's some coyotes and things like that. I'm assuming you guys are doing watches, or is everybody going to sleep?
No,
Yeah.
I'm a climbing to the tree again.
Okay.
Or
Am I
A
also
tree.
sleeping?
Okay. So night goes by pretty peacefully. Not really anything that happens too
right.
much. You guys wake up in the morning and everything's good to go. You guys pack up the tent and continue north. All right. Time, you rolled for the nighttime. Falcor, I need you to roll for the traveling day.
And what would you like me to roll?
Another D100, please. So how this works is it's a D100, and you roll it once for the traveling day and once for the evening.
Ah.
okay.
So it's random encounters. An 83, huh?
Well,
Okay. Falcor,
Yes.
make me a perception check.
8.
8. Ugh. Okay. So you guys are walking, and it doesn't appear to you until you are practically on top of them. But there is a merry band of traveling merchants. They're singing and dancing and so on. It looks like they've set up for the day. They're just along the side of the road. And you pretty much walk into their camp before one of them goes, "Hey, weary traveler, how can we be of assistance to you today?"
Oh boy. Uh I don't think we need anything at the moment. We were just wandering and just happened to stumble upon your guys' camp.
Ah, I see. You're wanderers too. Do you sell things?
Not necessarily, but at the moment we'd be interested in possibly purchasing some things. We're just on our way to a town up north.
Ooh, actually,
Ah,
we got some stuff.
you're
Oh.
headed north? Which town are you looking for? Are you going far north or are you staying relatively close?
We're going far north.
Far north. Ah, I see. Well, let me see here. And he starts rifling through his packet, and there's like a daughter or something who's like singing and dancing. There's a guy sitting by a fire strumming a flute, and they're having a pretty good time. Uh, he pulls out a couple maps, and he gives you a map of the country, and he's like, "Point to which city you're going to."
And I point to the one in between two rivers.
To the one in between two rivers. He looks at you, goes, "Ah, yes, Dire Host, Dire Host. Yes, yes, yes. I know of the place. It's quite beautiful. You know, I have a map of the town if you want it."
Would you be interested in trading? Because it has been brought to my attention that we do have some stuff that we might be interested in selling.
"Sure, why not? What do you have to trade, my good sir?"
And I step aside and let the others do the negotiating.
Mm-hmm. So we
He
got
is the negotiator.
So we got 2 half axes, 2 long swords, and
Wait, we had a longsword?
yeah.
Oh, I want that. I want one.
Okay, I'll trade in 1 long sword for the short sword.
Make sure you change it in your inventory.
Will do.
2 half axes, a long sword, and a short sword. And if you would need to do some infiltrating, we do have some heavy cur armor.
Ah, warriors, I see.
For the, for those who might come in handy for,
I see. Soldiers, may I assume?
Hmm?
Are you soldiers traveling home?
No, not necessarily. More like,
So adventurers.
yeah.
Ah, I see. Well, wonderful. It is good to see some fellow adventuring people out there. You know, my wife, she was an adventurer. Matilda! And a little dwarf comes out from one of the wagons and is like, "Yes, sweetheart."
Ah. Um,
That's it. It's like
Yeah, that's it. I was expecting you guys to say something, but you didn't. So she,
Oh.
"Yes, sweetheart."
Yeah, we were
Oh,
supposed.
And then
and then tell these fine young gentlemen and ladies about your adventuring days, my dear. You say, and she motions you over to a fire, and whoever's still bartering with the trader, you can
Mhm.
stay there. But everybody else, you kind of get motioned towards the fire. She starts telling you about this time where her and this fellow band of travelers once took out a green dragon. And then there was these scales, right? They slithered from around the corner. And this wing came down and it beat me across the head. And she pulls away part of her scalp and it shows you the top of her skull. She's like, "It never quite healed properly." And then folds it back over and like
oh,
takes a hairpin and like puts it back over her scalp. She goes, "Oh, but it's fine. It still grows and everything. I don't know what sort of magic it was." The merchant looks at you and goes, "I'll take one of those axes for the map of the city if you would be so willing to trade."
Oh, yes, of course. Why not?
All right, so you get a map of the
Uh, uh,
city.
All right. Should I add that to the like just custom item?
Yeah, you can. I'll put it in maps as well.
Okay. So, map of what was it called again? Map of Wolf.
Direhold.
Dire
Dire.
Host. Direhost.
Dire host. Dire host.
He starts going through some more of his stuff. He's like, "Is there anything else you'd be looking for? I've got some." He starts pulling a couple things out. "I've got a couple of health potions, and I've got some light armor here. It looks like none of you are well armored. For adventurers, you're traveling pretty light. You lose some stuff."
We just want to be fast.
Something like that.
"Well, I also have coin if you're so interested. But I would need a couple things from you."
Oh. What would you be interested in?
"Well, you see, I'm going to be making my way to Dire Host in a couple of days here, and I'm traveling south down to Enough Child for a little bit and seeing if I can't sell some of my wares. But I'll be back in Dire Host within next few weeks, and I could use." He kind of leans in close and goes, "How willing are you to get your hands dirty?"
The jester looks at his hands. They are already. There's already blood on my hands, so a little bit more should be fine.
"Ah, well, that's good. All right." And he puts his arm around your shoulder and he's like, "So," and he pulls out the map and he goes, "You see the Fire Rock Forge over here?" And he points to the map.
Yeah.
"So the Fire Rock Forge is owned by the House of the Hawk family, and the House of the Hawk family owes me like big time, right? And the man of the house, if you could say such a thing, he tried not paying me the other day, threw me out of his estate. Now, I haven't told my wife yet. Don't you go telling her, otherwise I might have to kill you. But so the man of the house, I need him encouraged, so to say, to pay me the 18,000 gold that he owes me for the little thing I did for him. You can tell him that Mav sent you."
Math, you say? Okay.
You.
Are we still?
I can I can figure something out.
Gavin.
Are we
So
still?
you said the Hawk family. You said.
Yes, the Hawk family. And yes, you guys are still sitting around the fire unless one of you goes up to him.
I'm gonna wait until Eurylist finishes.
Repeat your question. I apologize.
Frost,
Sorry.
we're waiting on you, buddy.
Yeah.
What was your question again?
No, I just asked the Firehawk family. So
Yeah.
you already answered my question.
Yes, it is the Hawk family. Hawk family. And they own the Fire Rock Forge. They're
All right.
quite a wealthy family. They'll be
So
coining
they act in a little bit of corruption, you'd say?
wouldn't say corruption, just so much he didn't pay me. I just need him encouraged, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I could do that.
Wonderful, wonderful. He claps you on your back. That's a good lad. All right, well, he claps his hands together and rubs them. He's like, is there anything else that you might be needing?
Yeah, I have a question, uh, if you don't mind.
Why, of course, young lad. Come on over.
And he's going to come a bit closer, leaving a bit of room between them so he doesn't like get it as touchy-feely as he did with Aurelius. You mentioned a forge?
Yes, a forge. The Fire Rock Forge, to be specific. How much did you overhear?
Just a little bit, not the details, I swear, but um these people who run the forge, are they um like good at identifying stuff?
Well, the Fire Rock Forge is one of the best in the area, if you don't mind me saying. He pulls his sword a little bit to show you. He goes, he made me this before he copped out on me like a bitch.
I don't have a lot of understanding of weaponry, but I need something looked at, and do you think they might?
I mean, if you brought him something, he kind of looks you over and he's kind of looking at you. What do you got that you need identified, son?
Um, I've I have a bit of a piece of weaponry. I don't know what it is. Are you a forge master?
Me? No, 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 no. I'm just a traveling merchant, but I can identify some things. It takes me a little bit, but I got you. What you got?
How much of the conversation did I overhear?
Uh,
Between
enough. You know that there might be bad things happening.
He seems a bit shady.
He doesn't seem shit. He actually generally seems like a good guy. He's just pissed that, somebody screwed him out of 18,000 gold.
So he could make up that the forge guys are the shady people here.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Um, Give me a little bit of a second. Jesus fucking Christ. All right. He's going to get the halberd off his back and undo the silk wrapping and show it to him. But he's going to have a firm hold on it. I
He,
kinda only this
he,
is the only thing I had with me when I had a little accident, and I don't quite remember what happened before.
well, son, that's a halberd. It looks like a pretty darn fancy one, too. And he holds his hands out. Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Sure. And he's going to hesitate a little bit before handing it over.
One sec. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so you place the halberd in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
There is the smell of ozone, which you
Oh
have
boy.
now come to associate with magic
Bad.
in this realm.
Oh.
and then the halberd flies out of his hands, knocks him backwards off of his feet, and lands back in your hands. And with a yelp, he fucking crashes into his cart. He's like, ah, fuck! He gets back up. Ah, fucking motherfucker, stupid! What the hell is that thing? He looks down at his hands, and as you look at his hands, there are burn marks in his hands. The fuck did you give me? Some sort of cursed item? Stupid, what the fuck? You look like a fucking angel. How dare you fucking... What are you? He kind of looks you over for a minute.
He's going to try and disguise himself as best as he can, using very little he has.
Looks at you and goes,
He's trying his little. These are not wings. These are cloaks. Tactic.
ah, okay. He kind of looks at you and he's like, well, whatever it is, it's powerful as shit. Please don't
I
ever
figured as
hand that to
much.
me again.
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Well, I didn't know it was going to happen either. Ugh.
He's going to quickly wrap it up again.
Well, can tell you one thing. If somebody gets hit with that motherfucker, it's going to hurt.
I know. Do you think the
You know,
people at the forge might be able to take a look at it?
probably they got a little bit more magic than I do. You know what? Hold on. You see him scramble around for a minute, and then he pulls a scroll out, and he reads the scroll really quick, and then he looks at it while it's still in your hand.
Like, whilst it's already wrapped up?
Yeah, well, it's wrapped up.
Alright.
He is casting a identify item spell from a scroll. He kind of looks at it for a minute, and you see his eyes go really wide. He kind of looks at you. And he looks back at the halberd. Looks back at you. Where did you get that?
I believe it's mine.
It's yours?
Quite positive, yes. I do not really like the fact that it is, but I think I don't have a choice in this.
Bartholomew! He looks down at his kid. Go fetch me the crate. And kid gets up and comes back a couple minutes later and drops a chest at his feet. How much do you want for it?
What do you mean?
I'll give you 80,000 gold right now, in coin, for that halberd.
And he kind of looks at. Who's the closest companion to him?
You release.
He's going to give a quick side glance to Aurelius. Frost, you want to butt in?
Yeah, can I do an insight check on the merchant?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, never mind. That's a 2.
Just saying, you guys were in the habit of murdering people, right?
I
True.
mean, yeah, you're in the habit of murdering people.
Hmm.
Why
So
would
my
you pay
character
so
is
much?
my character is evil, but not that evil. You know, he's only evil towards the corrupt and you know, the tyrannic. Um. hmm, Wait, did you say 80,000?
He looks over at you and goes, 80,000 in gold right now for that
So you
thing.
don't. So you do know what it is.
Kind of looks at you for a minute. Maybe. What's it to you?
Probably information worth more than your gold.
Damn.
I,
Once
I
in a
don't give a
lifetime opportunity, and it's wasted. Fuck. Do you really want to know what it is? Or are you just willing to sell it to me?
I'm not in. I'm only eager to know what it is. It might point me in the right direction. I don't want to sell it.
He sighs. Bartholomew, take the trust back. He looks at you. He goes, it's the halberd of ghosts. It's a relic from part of the followers of the missing. Where you got it, I don't know. Wherever it came from, though, you best not let anybody identify that thing. It's got some crazy shit.
Thank you
All right, and do
for
you?
the information.
So, all right, grab your notes really quick, Tamael.
Oh, they're in front of me.
Okay, so it is the halberd of ghosts of the missing. It is
The
2d8 of slicing or piercing, depending on how you wield it, plus 1d6 worth of radiant damage.
to the eight. Hang on, my English is breaking down here.
Nope, you're good.
How does one spell slicing?
SLICING.
See? I'm just gonna spell slashing. It's easier.
That works.
Or peering. Yes, that's pressing.
When you have that done, let me know. I'll read off the last little bit.
Really quick.
No, plus D6 radiant. See?
On a critical hit, it does a ×4, and a critical is a 19 or a 20 for your item.
Oh, that's a piece of information.
It is also one of the relics of the god the Missing. From what the rest of you know, you would know that the god of the Missing is a god that seeks out travelers that have gone missing while they were traveling from one point to the other. He defends them against creatures and against bandits. He is not evil, but he's not lawful either. He takes justice in his own way.
Huh.
Specifically, if you would like the details, he is. Let me pull up Gods and Demons.
Chaotic good.
He is a chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral.
That answers a few questions.
He turns back to you, Dazzler, and he hands you a bag. He goes, "You look like you could use some equipment, and if you're gonna do a job for me, then you're gonna do it right." And he gives you a bag of equipment, which I'll read off to you in just a minute. Well, I guess we'll be on our way then. If you're still in town at Dire Host when we get back, come find me. I'll be at one of the inns. And with that, he starts packing up all of his stuff and yelling at his kids and wife to get everything ready to go to keep traveling. In the bag, you find 2 health potions that do 3d8 plus 5. You find a set of leather light armor, 1 set. You find a +1 dagger, masterwork, and you find a bottle of poison. It is labeled with a skull and crossbones. You do not know what the poison is.
Wait,
Are the-
who is he giving it to?
Dazzler.
You.
Oh, okay, to me. Okay. All right. So
2 health potions. 3d8 plus 5.
3d8 plus 5.
A +1 masterwork dagger. One set of light leather armor. And a vial of poison, unknown at what type of poison it is. Unless one of you has Arcana and would like to roll for Arcana.
I have a +1 in Arcana, so not good.
You can try.
And just to clarify, you just giving that to me,
Yep.
or
He's giving
is
it.
that for?
He's giving it to you, and he's telling you that this is for taking care of the Hawk family for him.
Okay.
He says he'll see you in about a week.
It's another entry for the quest log.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to make a comment. He was kind of stupid for using a spell scroll on Identify Magic. Because I have Detect Magic that I can use.
You have Detect Magic. Do you have Identify?
It's not identify
Oh, I
item.
don't. You're right.
Plus, it's free.
Oh, actually, do you have a few cloaks with hoods?
He's like most of the way done putting together his cart at this point. He kind of looks at you and he goes, "How many?"
4?
So 5.
5. Sorry, yeah, 5.
He grabs a rack of cloaks and he throws them to you. They're black, gray, and blue. Just heavy traveling cloaks. They're very thick. They'll keep you warm in the cold.
Ah, this would be perfect. What are you asking for it?
He looks at you and goes, "Don't fuck me over." And then he climbs up onto his like closes the door to the back of his cart, climbs up onto the cart, and you notice the cart doesn't have a horse attached. But he grabs a pair of reins, snaps the reins, and the cart starts moving forward.
Okay.
Be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Interesting.
It's magic.
So I'm taking one of the black cloaks.
Yep, so 2 black, 2 gray, and a blue.
Well, I'll take the blue because I'm a blue dragon.
Hooray!
I'll take a gray one as well.
Okay, so we'll leave 1 black one for Zep.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
See, kid? Now you can hide your wings.
Thank you.
It's a dual purpose. One, we will not be recognized, and your wings are hidden now as well.
Alright. So you guys continue on for the rest of the day. Are you guys doing the same thing you did last night?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Early.
Go ahead
Don't shit at me.
and
Go away.
roll me a survival check.
Sorry, it was a heavy traveling cloak.
Yes, heavy traveling cloak.
Oh,
Okay.
wait.
Oh.
Do I?
We're
Stop
nailing
it.
it
Stop
a
it.
little
Get off
bit
me.
fast.
Let go of me. Why are you biting me? Ah! Sorry, guys. Hold on.
You're fine.
We're holding
Why do
on.
you hate me? You're terrible. Oh,
She,
feral and unhinged. Get out of here.
she's not terrible. She just loves you. It's the Meligator way of saying hi.
Yeah, she puts holes in everything. Okay, I have to add a cloak, right?
Yeah, heavy traveling cloak. So that
Add
is
equipment.
16 to survival check, by the way.
Same.
1 sec. I've got a
Mhm.
meeting with managers tomorrow, so I will not be leaving until probably
He's off to the distance.
Nowhere
Did
to
somebody
find
say
2.
intermission?
So
other gear? No. Wait.
Why would you? So we're going to Cleveland tomorrow for Ian's hockey games.
Oh, close.
Early.
Common.
Yep.
Intermission time. Do you hate the king
Intermission.
too? Do you want
Yeah.
to join the resistance
Yeah.
and fight the king's tyranny?
Sure.
Well, now join the rebellion.
No.
Sounds good.
How do I?
Speak to your local rebellious person to join.
What
Sounds
the
like
hell else was I supposed to be doing?
join the rebellion. We're
I'm here
rebelling.
for the ride. What are we
We-
rebelling against?
The tyranny
king.
of the king,
Oh,
creating
We
more
have to
Okay.
poverty,
determine which one.
creating more poverty, increasing taxes,
Anarchy. Oh,
taxes, and whatnot.
Sorry about that.
I thought we were increasing anarchy.
I was talking
There you
with
Don't
go.
worry, we
my-
did our usual thing.
Oh lord.
okay.
It wasn't.
Hold
It
on.
wasn't that good this
Oh,
time,
yeah.
though. We
It
had
was
better
perfect.
ones.
Hold
Well,
on.
it's
Oh,
never gonna
my
be the first
survival
one.
sucks.
No, but the first one wasn't even on recording, and it's still sad.
Oh boy.
Thatch.
Okay, so Falcor, you had a 22 for survival.
Yes.
Okay. So
It
you
was a nat
guys,
20.
there's a nat 20. Ooh, nice. I apologize. I would have given you congratulations on that.
Oh, you're fine.
All right, so
You are handling.
you guys get you find a nice spot off the road, again very well concealed, and set up stuff for the evening. Doing the same thing as last night.
I'd say
Am I
so.
all sleeping?
Yep.
Okay.
Climb up in a
Dazzler.
tree. Now I have a nice blanket
Okay.
in the shape of a cloak.
In the shape of a cloak. Dazzler, roll
Don't
me a
jump on
D100,
me.
please.
So, say what? Sorry.
Would you roll me a D100, please?
Oh yes. 1d100.
Stop it.
66.
All right.
Go away.
So, Dazzler,
Mm-hmm.
you're up in the tree?
Yep.
Okay. Everybody else is where, in the tent asleep?
Yep.
Okay. Dazzler, are
Yep.
you asleep or are you just resting?
Just small naps
Okay. So you're still getting
while
long
still
rests,
keeping
but...
an eye out. Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Uh-oh. That one isn't really that
I
good.
don't like the sound of that.
And then we also have the cleric who.
Never mind. Natural 20.
Oh, shit.
I am like a cat in the dark.
All right, and you have you have dark vision as well, yeah?
I mean, I'm in a tree, so that fits.
Okay. So you are you're sitting in the tree and
Yep.
you hear a strange sound. You hear the whoosh noise from above you.
All right.
You look up and there is an airship very low to the ground. There is like a spotlight almost that's being used with a flame and a candle and a big ass like shiny reflective curved plate, and it's moving, it's panning back and forth over the area.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're looking at it, you notice that this has a curse symbol stamped in the back of the airship.
Uh-oh.
It
not
slows
good.
down close to your camp, kind of scans the area for a minute, and a couple rope ladders drop from the side of it. And you see half dozen somethings climb up the ladders. They're in roughly the shape of the humans that you've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rope ladders get rolled back up. It moves a little bit, and then you hear a shout from the top of the ship, and it slows back down. There's some arguing that
Right.
goes on for a minute, and then you see two large forms drop from the side of the ship and hit the ground, and you feel it. Like, they hit the ground hard and whack into the dirt. And you can't really see where they hit, but you know that they're up the road a little bit from where you guys are at.
Mm-hmm.
And they make... Let me find the sounds for you. Let me share, copy, links. It is in links for you.
Right.
Okay, so I'm
Cool.
assuming we're awake after that.
Roll a perception check.
8.
Oh.
8. Anybody else rolling?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I got distracted.
Perception time.
I got 16.
16. Tamael.
So I'm assuming Tamael is just curled up, Lucifer huddled against him, his thumb stuck in his mouth with a net one.
Yikes.
Sound asleep.
you are fucking asleep.
Okay, hold on.
Do. She said, "Hold on." Felcor, you are also still asleep.
Yeah,
Time
figures.
time is
There-
awake.
Sorry, my headset wasn't hearing any of you again.
You're good. So all right. So you are awake. Time. The other two are still asleep in the tent next to you, and you hear that in Lynx. I put it in Lynx for you.
Yeah, that was a god awful sound.
Oh yes. So
I did not like that.
you hear that from outside the tent. Dazzler,
Hmm.
these things move around for a minute and then go kind of quiet. And you can just see one of them. Well, let me find.
Is it the same, the mech boys from earlier?
No, they are bigger.
Oh.
They are bigger and look much angrier. Here it is. That's what I wanted. Copy image. It is in game info for you.
Oh.
It makes a big sound.
So you can just make out the outline of one of these bastards. And it is standing there at the side of the road.
So it's standing still.
It is standing still. And there, from what you can see, you know that at least two of them dropped.
Okay.
And with that, we're going to end the session.
Oh,
Ah.
bitch.
Is that a motherfucking Gundam?
uh,
Kind of looks like it, yeah.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder. Do I have that one? Nope.
all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of session 2. It is a large robotic creature of heavy armor making scary, scary noises.
Stick a rock in its foot.
I mean, you
Yep.
can try, because scary noises.
I can
Don't make
sleep.
noises at it. We need to know whether or not it's scanning.
You don't know, do you?
Damn it.
All right. Well, everybody, I hope you have enjoyed the episode, and we will see everybody next week whenever the next one drops. Till then, peace!
Au revoir.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.